Page 37, the picnic. The top of the page 37, they're showing you the hand position for the key of B flat major. Sounds terrible, don't it? B flat major. Good Lord, what are we getting into now? Well, it's not that bad. If you look at the key signature in the picnic, you'll see two flats. We've had one flat before, that was an F major, and we did F position, we had a B flat. And when you have flats in a key signature like that, they're always in the same order. They're not the same order as sharps, that's a different order. But they are, for flats, they have their own order, and it's always the same. So a B flat is always first. And as you can see here, it's an E flat, and that's always the second one. So all B's and all E's in the piece are automatically flat, unless they have a natural sign in front of them, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, the hand position, let me show you a way to approach hand positions. What you can do is just start out with the white keys and then adjust as you need to for the sharps or flats. For instance, we had F major position already here. Well, what we can do is we simply do an F position with all white keys, and because there is a B flat in F position, we take the fingers that are on that B and we move them to B flat. So that is the F position. Simple enough. Well, we do the same thing with B flat. You have B flat, let's come down here and here, because that's where the music is here. Where's the music? I don't know where they are. Let's just go here, it doesn't matter. I like to have my belly gets in the way in here, so I come in out here. I'm going to make B the bottom note, the other fingers go here, all white keys. Now I'm going to adjust this for the key signature. So all B's are flatted, so immediately I'm going to go here. And then we see all E's are flatted. So here, I'm going to change that to here. That is a B flat major position. Sounds wonderful, don't it? You can do that with any position. Start out with the white keys and just adjust for your sharps and flats and you'll figure it out. It's better to just memorize it. B flat, okay, it's here. I know what it is. Well, if you look at the music, that's not necessarily where the hands are going to go, but that's the position. They're showing they're showing like a middle C position at the top of the page, and then they're adjusting it for the B flat and the E flat. That one. But they're calling it a B flat major hand position. I disagree. I call it a middle C position that's been adjusted for B flat. Just my opinion, but and that's the position for this particular piece. How do we know that? Well, because the book said so. No, don't rely on that. We know it because we look at the notes in the piece and the finger numbers they're suggesting, and that tells us where to put the hands. In the right hand, at the beginning of this piece, they want second finger on the D. Well, if I do that, I can put all my other hands on the notes, but I have to include the B flat and E flat, so it's here. E flat. In the left hand, they want the second finger on the B flat, little finger on F, so that's the hand position. That's how I know what the hand position is. That's how you know what the hand position is. Sounds terrible, but that's what the position is. You don't have to play them all at the same time, like I do. And that's what we're doing here. Again, I would encourage you to go to my video on the scale video for B flat major and do the beginner's part of it. The fingering in there, it's all in the scale video. It's there. You don't need any written music for the scale videos. I like to approach scales strictly from the keyboard. I don't use reading notes to do a scale. In the picnic, it's in 3/4 time. We already know it's in the key of B flat because 2 flats is the key of B flat. Just, it is. It's the way it is. So we're only going to count to 3, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you got that. Not a lot of trickiness. We're not moving around except at the very end. Look at the last two measures. That last measure, they want your left hand to cross over. So what we're here in this position throughout the whole piece. One thumb or the other will play the middle C. But for the last two measures, you're going to play the B flat. It's a dotted half note. You're going to hold it down for 3 counts. As you play these quarter notes in the right hand, and then right before you need to, you're going to move your left hand up and play the B flat. And let go of the F. So it's this way. Leave your right hand where it is, even though it's not playing anything there at the end. When you play that, just leave it there for the full 3 counts, and then you lift both hands at the same time. It's not wrong if on the last measure and you play the B flat, if you want to take the right hand away, it's not wrong to do that. I'm just encouraging you right now for a good technique and a good habit to get into, leave the hands there for now until the end of the piece. And the piece ends when beat 3 ends for the last note. Establish the habit of being picky. I mean, have fun with it. Don't get so picky it's not fun anymore, but try and be a little picky. For instance, look at the last 3 measures of the first line. The left hand is playing a dotted half note. It's going to hold it down for 3 counts, and while it's doing that, the right hand is playing these quarter notes. Then in the next measure, you have the right hand playing a half note. It's going to hold it down while the left hand plays its quarter notes. Then the right hand gets the E flat by itself because the left hand has a rest. And that's what I'm getting at. Make sure you play the rest, which means be quiet for that beat. The left hand has to come up. Don't hold that F down. So that next to the last measure, the first line, that's this one. So the E flat is by itself. That happens again in the last line. In the second measure, make sure you get those rests in there. The last 3 measures, you got a rest, couple rests in the right hand. We need to hear the rest. Now, you want to bring out the melody, obviously. In most cases, here it's in the right hand. So you're just going to play the right hand a little louder than the left. Look at the last line. In the last 3 measures, the left hand gets melody for 2 notes. So the left hand's going to play a little louder for those 2 notes. So it's here. The last 3 measures is here. That's the melody, which means anything after the melody is not melody anymore. After that note, so bring those other notes down. Don't play those as loud. So the last 3 measures, all 3 of them, it's here. The last 3 notes, those have to be soft because they're accompaniment, they're not melody. So keep them down. I'll give us 3 counts. Let's try this together. So put your hands in that position, the middle C position for B flat here. Okay. 1, ready, go. Two, 3,